Welcome to another one, like no other one. This another episode of got it out the mud. And yeah, man, we finna get into some reactions with TMZ, breaking this Celeste and D4D situation down. They had a development, so let's see what they talking about. Let's go.
Welcome to TMZ Live. Big developments in the case involving the singer David and the girl who was found dead in the trunk of his Tesla. Notably, we broke a lot of stories yesterday, but one of the big ones was we were able to talk to a teacher who taught Celeste Rivas and had a lot to say.
Yes, he opened up to his current class. Now, this teacher says he taught Celeste a couple of years ago when she was in middle school, but once he saw all the stories that we were breaking, he decided he wanted to share his information, what happened when Celeste was in his class with his current class. So what you're about to see is the teacher doing a little show and tell with all he knows about Celeste and David and how they met.
That's her in my classroom, in front of...
Okay, so this is Celeste, basically her teacher that she used to teach her in her middle school. So this is Celeste's middle school teacher, and basically he's basically showing everybody what was going on, and basically and how what the messages were saying, or basically what she was going through. Let's go.
This poster right here, she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story.
Okay, so she was bragging that she had a rapper in LA. She left, whatever. The cops took her back to her home, but basically to her school. She was so young. Now, basically, they started going together, I want to say at 12. When she was 12, or they started talking and messaging around 12. Now, this is crazy that he's basically releasing these messages. Let's go.
Disappeared again in May of that year. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
So he said, it sounds like he was saying this, and we spoke to him, and it sounds like he was telling the class this almost as a cautionary tale about social media and going to social media. But in the process, it's interesting, he said she ran away in January, he came back, and then ran away again, or at least disappeared again.
And that tracks with what we had seen as far as a missing children's poster that we saw. There was one earlier in the year, and then there was the one in May of 2024. So,
and we did confirm, too, that he was, in fact, a teacher at her school at that time when she used to go to school in Lake Elsinore. He is no longer a teacher there. So when he was referring to, you see this photo of her with the poster, that's the poster here. So it's not his current school. He's now teaching in a different district.
I think that's why the video went so viral, too, is it kind of came across like he was kind of like
bragging
clout chasing,
yeah,
being like, oh look, she was in my class, but he cleared the air with that.
Well, honestly, we thought that when we saw the video,
sure,
this was odd that this teacher was sort of bragging about his connection,
I'm still not sure
and then we talked to him to clear it up.
I'm still not sure that that's like a good conversation to have with your science middle school class, and that's why.
I mean, no, I don't believe it is, like, far as his approach on how he taking it. But do I feel like it was a clout chasing moment? I mean, who's not clout chasing, like, far as when they tell the story? You want some type of, like, validity that something's going to go viral. And had it been you guys in a viral situation, I'm pretty sure you guys want to go viral as well. But I'm not saying that in a sense. I just felt like, it is her teacher. So I feel like if anybody was willing to talk about it, one of her teachers that I guess that seen some of the things that was going on while he was her teacher, I feel like that's like, more valid than somebody having an opinion on it. That's like somebody who never played sports, but then you have like somebody that analyzes sports, whatever, and they talk about sports, so it's no different. So yeah, keep going with the video.
this was originally posted online was because the students started filming him secretly because they're like, why are we having this conversation? But he felt like he wanted to tell his students to be wary on social media.
So there's a lot more to talk about. So we told you there was a search of the home that he appeared to have been staying in the Hollywood Hills. So we now find out that they were testing for blood. There's something called luminol, which can light up a
Everyone's
floor.
seen this on CSI.
Yeah.
That they spray it and it, allows them to see where if there are traces of blood, even if it's been cleaned up.
So they were looking, on the floors. They were looking in drains to see if there were any traces of blood. We don't know what the results of the search were, but it's significant because...
Okay, so they went to the rapper's house up in the hills in Hollywood, or probably like in the San Fernando Valley area. Long story short, they did do like a search, basically, like far as the blood, you know what I'm saying, like where they haven't got the results back yet to see was it any blood spatter or anything around the area or in the mansion. So they are testing right now. Let's go.
The Tesla that contains her body in the trunk was parked nearby, and so it seems like their working theory is she might have been killed
If she were
in the house.
killed or dismembered in the house and then placed in that car and parked, a block and a half away.
Right, and we should say that the police have not named a suspect yet. The police have not named a person of interest yet, but that doesn't mean they don't have one. They got a search warrant, which means they clearly were able to show a judge that there was probable cause to believe a crime was committed. But the police have been playing this really close to the vest.
We also don't know what David's cooperation has been with cops. We were told early on he was cooperating with cops. Now it seems kind of unclear, but it is kind of interesting because...
Well, he's not talking to cops.
That's what we're hearing.
We now know, well, we've got in a pretty good authority he's not talking to police.
What you think is
maybe
maybe normal, what...
I mean, I feel like right now, maybe, since he's nervous, you feel me? Maybe he never had this type of heat on him. I'm pretty sure he never have. Especially, this is a big case for him. Like, it's a murder case, and it's somebody that he was talking to, he was close to, and they don't have basically, they have a clue, but they're not saying they have leads, but they just basically pretty much dropping clues. Like, basically, pretty much he's in his Tesla, and he got killed, and she was down the street from where the Tesla was parked, the car was parked, where she was murdered, basically, so... We don't know yet, but they still trying to put something together. But yeah, let's go.
An attorney would say to their client.
Of course.
Because I looked at it as if you have nothing to hide, why would you not go to cops?
You don't look at it that way.
Now he knows they've searched his house. He knows what they were looking for in his house. Anything he says
is incriminating.
But it is interesting, though, that now they have finally announced that the tour dates he was supposed to perform in San Francisco. Is today the 19th?
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight,
and then
tomorrow. No, it was tomorrow at the Greek in
Right.
LA. Those have both been canceled, so he's not going to be performing.
Scrubbed from the Grammys.
Scrubbed from the Grammy Museum, which he was also supposed to have an appearance at
And
next
his album,
week.
and his
and
album.
he was supposed to be dropping a deluxe album with Interscope, who we now learned that they've pulled all that. So.
Okay, so the tour dates that he had, they just said it got canceled, and his album right now release has been on hold right now because of this case. I mean, not like that. The man's been dropping. He dropped the anniversary thing, like a song for her death. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not saying that he's taunting her. I'm not sure what's going on, but it don't look too good when the woman that she was talking to was in your trunk of your car dead. So it looked crazy, man. But in this world, we innocent until proven guilty. So we're going to leave it at that, man. It's all allegedly. Let's go.
I mean, clearly he knows he has a lot going on.
Yeah,
well, it's not a good look to be on tour.
But the interesting thing is, the label is pulling all official promotion, and he's taken out of the Grammy Museum for this appearance. But there's still a lot of publicity around his name and his songs.
His streaming.
Well, that's not the only thing that's been
roof.
pulled, though. We also reported this morning that those bloody shirts, the bloody clothing that were a part of his act and a part of some of his songs in the music video.
I mean, but still, though, that's kind of crazy for you to have that in your music video as far as doing all that type of shit like that, like having a music video, taunting this girl death and all this type of stuff, and you got bloody shirts in there. It don't make it look too good, but let's go.
They're not available anymore.
Well, and it's interesting. The songs are the titles of these songs
They're-
are just
Romantic
romantic homicide, which, by the way,
is
is
the
violent.
number one streaming
Yeah.
song for him right now.
Right.
Coincidence, but a creepy one.
So we also got, look, a lot of people are wondering, what was the relationship between this 15-year-old girl and this 20-year-old guy? And this goes back maybe to when she was even 13 and he was 18.
Right.
So we were able to get some video of the two of them together. So we've seen photos and now we've got video of
Them on a live stream
Them on a
where
live
they're
stream.
interacting with some of his fans. It's a short clip, and so it's hard to make out what they're talking about. But at one point, he does say to the moderators of the chat that we should make sure when this is done, don't leave it up. So I don't know what was being said during the chat because we've only seen that brief
Well,
clip.
she's pointing at some comments. I think people
She's
were
pointing
making
at some of the
people were making comments. You can't tell which one she's pointing at, but clearly
We also don't know when this
he
is
didn't
from.
want this to be clipped and go out anywhere. Essentially.
So the way this works is, sometimes the LAPD will be really open about an investigation, and they'll kind of lay out what they've got. They'll hold a press conference. They have done they are holding this as close to the vest as just about any case I've ever seen.
And you're right, but it reminds me of the Brian Kohberger case where everybody was on the police saying, you are not giving us any information, you're bungling this case, and then they came out with a very airtight case, which resulted in no trial.
The difference with Kohberger is that with Kohberger, you didn't know anything about who may have done it. In this case, and I'm not saying he did because he is not a suspect yet, as far as we know, David, but people are looking at David. So
Right.
I think it's different.
And Kohberger, we didn't know anybody at all. Right.
Anybody at all.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kamar from Atlanta. So my question would be, what else do they need to do?
But yeah, man, what y'all think about the video, man? Do y'all feel like he did it? Do y'all feel like he didn't do it? Y'all feel like, honestly, he had somebody to pay for a hit or something? This is kind of wild for him to have, like, the woman inside the Tesla, the one that he been talking to for a while. It's crazy. So, but like I say, we proven innocent until guilty. But yeah, man, y'all know what it is, man. This is another episode of Got It Out the Mud. And hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, man. Don't cost y'all nothing but a dime, man. But yeah, man, we gone.